Alright guys, HarleyDayRider back at you once again, your girlfriend HDR. I'm taking out the 2021 Softail Standard. It's a new bike this year. Wanted to try it out. Trying to convince myself I don't need a windshield. And there's no windshield. Little gauges here if you can see them. I love the way it sits there. Just, oh, it's awesome. Got a little solo seat on her. Knees are a little bit higher than what I would like them to be, though. They're almost above the gas tank. They claim this is going to be their new entry-level motorcycle. And I don't know that to be true or not, but it definitely has an entry-level feel to it, and it feels super nice. It's really comfortable. Man, it leans right in these bends like it should. So, folks, once again, we are down here at Triple S Harley Davidson still, and they're doing a Harley demo event today, which hasn't really was no Harley demo events last year. And man, I just love the Harley demo events. If there's one in your area, get out there and ride in it. Ride everything they have to offer. Jump on it, and you know, you'll see this series of videos I've been doing here today, and talking a little bit about the different bikes. And you know, you hear about them. You hear people say, "Oh, I bought a Softail Standard," or you'll hear something about, you know, I bought a Road King, and you don't know what they feel like. So you want to get out there and jump on one, and the demo days are a great place to do it. You do have to have a motorcycle endorsement on your driver's license. You cannot ride with a permit. So if you have a permit, you don't have any kind of motorcycle endorsement, yeah, you can't do the demo days. But if you have a motorcycle license, you're willing to sign a couple, two different waivers. One of them are basically saying that, you know, you're a decent rider, that you're not going to sue Harley Davidson if you wreck. And the other one basically says if you wrecked a motorcycle and it's your reason you wrecked it, that, you know, you're going to buy the motorcycle. So, you know, that's basically the two waivers. I like the mini apes on here. This feels really neat. Yeah, but isn't it funny when we wave them, right? Like, hi, but he can't hear me. Yeah, a windshield is really kind of optional on a bike, because if you think about it, if you have a shield on your helmet, a lot of you guys wear full face helmets anyway. It's kind of optional to worry about that. Henry is not riding this ride. He actually went to find some water, something to drink. I'm gonna have to do that after my next ride. My next ride is kind of the reason I came here today, and you'll be seeing that video come out at some point. So I know the back brakes on this thing is really spongy, man. They don't want to stop you whatsoever. Got to apply a lot of front brake. Look at that, my back brake's all the way on, and I'm not stopping. So you got to use a little bit of front brake. See that football stadium right there? We are down by the WVU College, West Virginia University, and their stadium is right down the road from here, so that's pretty cool. Big college, big time in West Virginia. You know, one of the national football teams. They used to play in the Big Ten. I don't know what they call it now, but not much of a college football guy. A little warm to have that shield down. Yeah, the Softail Standard is what this is. It's all blacked out. Plugs are easy to get to. Said I guess, I mean, the riding position, you get used to it after a little while. But it's definitely a bike you could tour on this bike. There's no problem at all about touring on this. Put yourself a luggage rack on the back or some bags. It doesn't come with any bags, but isn't that what motorcycling is all about? get back to your roots. You know, just ride something cool without spending a ton of money and having bags and hard bags and touring pack. And, you know, we have all that on the touring bike. I don't want that on the second bike. But, yeah, this is definitely a nice motorcycle for sure. Shifting seems very quiet on it. It does have a digital gauge kit. That's a little weird. It does have a fuel gauge on there. That's really nice. Alright guys, we're going to take the Softail Standard up on the highway here. See how she does on the highway. I do some speed. See if we can get the throttle to crank her up there. I don't know if you'll be able to see the speedometer or not there, but see how she feels without a windshield. I would think, honestly, I mean, if it was me, if I was taking this on a tour somewhere and taking this on a trip, you'd want a different seat, because this solo seat it comes with, my butt's already hurting, and we've only been out for about 8 miles. Let's crank her up. Sixth gear right there. She's doing 75 miles an hour. I want to rip my howler right off my head. Wow. So this bike is not lacking any power at all. I mean, you got all the power you want coming out of that engine. And the throttle response is absolutely phenomenal. A couple of things I have noticed: there's no cruise control on these bikes on the Softail Standards. I would like to see the, I would put forward controls on it, and I'd get rid of these mid controls right here under my legs, because my knees are too high. It's a very uncomfortable ride. Of course, I would think if you put a crash bar on the front or engine guards, and if you do that, and then you put highway pegs on her, I think she'll be just fine for a longer ride. But definitely, if you're looking at this bike, you know that you're going to be buying at least a new seat. The handlebar position is really, really nice on this bike. I'm 5'11", and feels pretty comfortable. I'm straight out with my shoulders. So it's really a good ride. Let's get some more speed there. There's 80 miles an hour right there. So, like I said, you get a lot of helmeting buffeting because there's no windshield. So if you're taking this on the tour, get a new seat, get a windshield on her instead of highway pegs, or move the controls more forward, and I think you'd have one hell of a motorcycle. Not a bad ride. Like I said, you're not going to have cruise control, but put a cramp buster on it, and use the cramp buster, and that would be absolutely perfect. So, all right, but that's my take on the Softail Standard. I think this bike comes in at around 11,000. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to figure out where that car is going to get on it right there. Yeah, I think this bike comes in at about $11,000, so that might be something. They are saying it's an entry-level bike, so it's good for just about anybody that wants to ride it. So, all right, we'll talk to you next time. HarleyDayRider's going to be down and out in the beautiful Morgantown, West Virginia. Bye-bye for now, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.